I'm now here with Oliver on the Future Distribution Substation. Oliver, we saw all the data coming from the physical devices and it all goes up to MindSphere. What's MindSphere?
Oh, okay. What is MindSphere? Here's a nice picture demonstrating what is MindSphere and how we integrate the Future Distribution Substation to the MindSphere. So at least it's all the data which is generated in this Future Distribution Substation from all the low voltage devices, low voltage breakers, measurement devices, go via this distribution automation box to the MindSphere.
Right.
Also the data of the medium voltage and the transformer are shipped to the MindSphere. And you see there's a data flow which goes up to the MindSphere. And that means all data which are generated by this data, like switching status, like values of measurements and also asset information, go to the MindSphere. And now I'd like to show you how we use this kind of data. And therefore we have the SECAM Navigator. So the SECAM Navigator is a tool, a grid analytics tool, which shows you about the status of your station.
So if I'm sitting in the control center or wherever,
exactly,
when I hit my application, see what's going on, this is the kind of thing I'll see.
Exactly. Or even it's even more cool because it's even more easier because you can also be on site. You can see, okay, now I'm exactly before the station, for example. Let's go back a little bit to show you a little bit.
So this is like a Google Earth view of
that is
where everything is.
Exactly. And you see here currently we are here. The connection is a little bit slow. That is a pity.
Us and 70,000 other people connecting to the internet.
Yeah. That is a pity. Yeah, but let's do it here again. So let's see now. So you see here, we are here at Hannover Fair, and you hear it's a message Schnellweg, and that is our station here. And now I can get some information about the station at all. That means, okay, what was happening in the station, about intruders, door open, feeder levels, transformer warnings and so on.
So it's not just the electrical grid equipment, you're getting sensor data from anything else that's connected.
Exactly, everything what is connected goes here to this kind of nice station, and now I can zoom inside the station, and now I see here the medium voltage feeders which is supplying my stations, the transformer and even the low voltage part.
Right.
You see here about these kind of data are here listed nicely, and you see, okay, nothing is red, everything is fine.
So this is a snapshot of the current data.
That is absolutely a snapshot of the current data. And if I go now inside the lines, then I see I have a lot of measurements here. For example, for the low voltage bus bar, feeder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you see that's online. That's online. Exactly. You see there's a flickering inside here. You see exactly, okay, there is some life in. And I see also, I have, for example, here measured values of the energy consumption, but I have also temperature. So I have also some other data which are related to this kind of stuff. And now let's have a look to the low voltage meters, and you see some load profiles on the different dates, for example. And so I can go from some different dates and can say, okay, how was the load the load of the summer of the bus part? It's 150 amps, for example.
So you get the historical data to see if anything's weird or wonderful.
Exactly, if everything is in line or if you have some strange behavior, for example. Because that is also quite important because of e-mobility. Because look, that is quite nicely shaped. But imagine some are now charging the Teslas, and you will have totally crazy curves.
10 people come home at 5 o'clock at the end of the feeder and plug in the...
Exactly, and then you will see immediately that you get some problems inside here. And that is exactly the topic, that these kind of data you can use later on also to do some more interesting analytics and monitoring, and use this monitoring function also to prepare the next level for the grid.
And also using all of the data that you're collecting, you'll obviously be able to start looking at predictive maintenance. So you'll have failures from other equipment, you can watch a trend and...
Exactly. For example, I know what kind of MCBs built in here. If I go here in again, and I see here, for example, the different versions here, MCCP, for example, and which kind of versions, so 3VA, 2. And I also know exactly with this kind of equipment data, okay, what kind of equipment is it, and I can merge it and leverage it with other data and say, okay, there's this kind of device a problem in this kind of version which is mounted or not, and then I can also do some cross checks and do predictive asset management.
Cool. What else have we got here?
Oh, that is the DA box. That is a distribution automation box, because these kind of data from the station are collected. And these are the collector, the gateway for the MindSphere, for the full station. And you see here also connected to MindSphere, because these kind of data which are generated here are transported through this kind of gateway. And the idea is that this kind of gateway has a zero engineering. That means I connect it to the equipment, I have some templates behind, and then all the data from the station is automatically transferred to the MindSphere. And I have these kind of standardized displays, and these kind of data can be automatically transferred, analyzed, monitored, displayed and whatever. So that means I can start very, very fast to equip my stations with this kind of MindSphere gateway, and immediately after I have the possibility to have these kind of data in the cloud.
And as your colleague Florian showed in a previous chat, it doesn't have to be the latest and greatest equipment. You can retrofit, because you can put on sensors, gather the data, and then this is where all the data that's being gathered comes together in the substation and gets shipped back up.
That is exactly the future, because we have a lot of these stations, a lot of retrofit stations, and these stations are quite important, but it's needed also to bring these in the full perspective.
Agreed. You got to connect them up as well.
Exactly, because the most stations which are in the city center are retrofit stations.
Yeah, and unfortunately for the manufacturers, every utility isn't going to buy brand new equipment.
Exactly. So
tomorrow.
Our idea is that you build and buy these kind of stations and order it and set it out. But that's not the real case. So a lot of these stations need to be retrofitted, and that is a little bit these kind of ideas with these kind of pre-defined connector where you can easily connect to the colleagues from the low voltage, for example. This kind of connector goes to Florian's device, for example, to getting the binary input and outputs. And we have here also some kind of cabling of communication cables, which goes also to Florian. And then immediately with only these kind of two connectors, we get the full information from Florian's low voltage part.
Yeah, because you gotta integrate with what's there, otherwise you're not going to get the true value.
Yeah, that's true. But that's a little bit in a nutshell what we are doing here.
Perfect.
And yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much.